Animal Adventures is brought to you by Anheuser-Busch Theme Parks, a pledge and a promise, hoping to preserve the world we share.
From a Bengal tiger to a water buffalo, getting an education on this college campus can be a walk on the wild side. Hi, I'm Jack Hanna, here at my base camp on the Serengeti Plain at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. Have you always had a strong desire to care for exotic animals? Do you dream of saving wild creatures from the threat of extinction? Maybe you want to train sea lions or prepare big cats for the silver screen. Working with animals and college credit too? Where do I sign up? On this adventure, we're headed to Moorpark College near Los Angeles. This one-of-a-kind college program is a must for anyone serious about a career involving animals. From the most modern techniques in zookeeping to the latest in nutrition, this is a real hands-on experience. I never knew going to college could be so much fun and so much work. Join me now in Southern California. Class is now in session. Day breaks over the hills of Southern California, and another busy day of academia gets underway. But this is no ordinary college campus. Here among the students bustling through the commons, you can also spot a water buffalo named Bob setting out for his morning walk. A roaming buffalo barely raises an eyebrow. This is Moorpark College, where animals are as much a part of the curriculum as books and chalk. Today I was going back to school, back to the ABCs of animal care. Classes begin at the crack of dawn, and I was off to a less than perfect start. Had to clean some cages. Don't mark me off, all right? The seat's wet. Get my safari clothes dirty.
You need to be in uniform next time you come here.
I'm sorry. At Moorpark, punctuality is a must, and attendance is nothing less than exhaustive. These students are here every day, 7 days a week, for 2 years. No holidays, no weekends. Now that's commitment. But it's also a privilege. Each year, only 50 students are accepted into the training program. At muster, students are debriefed and then dispatched to their stations. I was sent to the camel pen with first-year students Kristen and Sarah. Don't y'all whistle while you work? The basics of animal care were beginning to come back to me now. The morning chores usually begin with last night's mess. I used to do this all the time. Scooping camel poop is part of basic training. The greater lesson is learning that animal care has its warm and cuddly side, as well as an earthy and sloppy side too. The students, well, they take it all in stride. Now, Kristen, this is what you want to do the rest of your life?
Actually, I'm more into training, more into animal behavior than the zookeeping part.
But to be a trainer, you have to do this too?
Oh yeah, a lot.
What do your parents think about this?
Actually, they're really into it because before I came here, I was selling handbags at Broadway and wasn't what I wanted to do in life, so they're happy just to see me doing something I want to do. Scooping camel poop.
Now, cleaning up after a camel isn't that bad, but the housekeeping gets real tense when you're assigned to a rhesus monkey. What's his problem, huh?
That's Samantha.
This is Tiny, but don't let his name or his size fool you. You see, Tiny has a bit of an attitude today, and he likes to bite. I was placed on door detail.
I'll go in, you'll close the door behind me, and I'll let you know when to open it again to have her come in. And then you'll close it behind her.
I think I got that. This is like serious stuff, huh?
Yeah.
It's not like cows on the farm.
No, because they're pretty powerful.
Door open!
All right, Tiny, stay up there.
Now shut it behind you.
Yes, please.
Door open!
Okay, I'm in.
Shut.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good.
Now you want me to lock it?
I'm in. You're gonna lock the top latch and keep your right foot against the bottom of the door.
As Lonnie kept Tiny up the pole, Holly did the old poop scoop routine. I was feeling pretty lucky to get the doorman's job. Holly,
Yeah.
do you like getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and cleaning up monkey poop?
You know, I didn't think I would. It was definitely hard to get used to it. We're actually up at 5, and we start working up here at the zoo at 6.
So now, what do you want to do when you graduate from here?
My dream would be to get to work with dolphins eventually. But being here, I've had so many incredible experiences. I'd be happy to work with any animal at this point.
For first-year students, the early months of the program involve grunt work and classroom instruction. Eventually, students are assigned to work more hands-on with the animals of their choice. By the second year, the students become involved in training. Each step of the program is carefully planned out, with both student and animal in mind. My next stop, class. Today's lesson, how to give an animal an injection. Our teacher, Dr. Jim Petty, demonstrated one technique on a species of the stuffed kind. A small box became the target of what is called the quick shot.
How about you, Jack?
Want me to give it a shot?
Yes, give it a shot.
I can play like it's a box turtle.
Yeah, there you go.
So now he's wiggling around like this. Go like this, right? I still had the touch and aced the assignment.
Good job. Huh? Good job. Look at that. None on the outside at all. Pretty good job. Yay.
My next class was a lecture on animal behavior. We played something called the training game, and I turned out to be the guinea pig. I had to guess what behavior was expected of me. My only clue, a few clicks from my trainer.
See, we count on animals doing things, moving around, and then we catch what we want them to do. Next lecture will be on the control of unwanted behavior.
After a few times, I got it figured out. I guess you can teach an old dog a new trick.
Coming up on Animal Adventures, when does a pumpkin fly and a baboon blow a kiss? Find out next.
Noontime in the core of the campus is once again a cluster of students. Noontime is also mealtime for the animals. At Moorpark, that means cooking up some creativity. On the menu today is a boxed lunch, stuffed with bananas, leaves, a candy cane, and lots of vegetables, tied with a bow. This hungry macaque will have to work for his food. It's all part of something called behavioral enrichment, kind of food for thought. And the thinking behind what is known as the carnivore flying pumpkin, second-year student Debbie Mackmer is the creator.
Absolutely. And what we're going to do is put his meal inside, okay? And I'm going to spice it up with things like chicken wings on the outside and some snake skin. We're going to put that all in there. And then we put it in.
And then you're going to get a blender and stir it all up, right?
No, we're going to let Kisu do that.
What's the purpose of a pumpkin, though, with meat in it?
Yeah. Well, it's a lot more fun for the animal than just sticking a piece of meat through the fence so that they can pick up. This way, it makes them work for it.
I helped Debbie with some of the final touches before delivering one overstuffed flying pumpkin to a hungry cougar named Kisu. Kisu seemed to enjoy the chicken wings best. It took her some time and effort to get to the tasty morsels hidden inside, but that's all part of the fun. Debbie was pleased, for another of her flying pumpkins was de-winged but delicious. This teaching zoo is one of a kind and draws people who are just starting on a career path to those who have come to a fork in the road. Debbie worked for IBM for 20 years before happily trading in computers for cougars. Michael Placeris was a vet's assistant. Now in his late 30s, he's back at school, spending most of his time with Rosie, an olive baboon. Michael will graduate soon, and the process of turning Rosie over to a new trainer is underway.
It takes a couple of months. We start off by walking with her. In about April, we walk with the other trainers that will walk behind, and we kind of get used to what she's doing, and we watch the trainers work with them. And then after about a month and a half of that, we will go in and leash her on.
Rosie prefers the company of men, and she was letting me know that she liked me.
What's she doing it for?
That's a submissive gesture. She's saying she wants to be your friend again, basically.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's called lip
It's
smacking.
called lip smacking.
Well, it's not every day that a baboon blows me a kiss. As I made my way along the campus, trainers and their charges went about their day. Taj, a beautiful Bengal tiger, strides gracefully alongside his keepers. In contrast, a bulky water buffalo saunters through the compound, and a black leopard responds obediently to his trainer's request. The program at Moorpark College operates under the guidance of Gary Wilson. He knows the demands of this 2-year program can be rough.
Well, that's something that they have to learn, that working with animals requires a great deal of responsibility. Lots of times they come into the program and they think it's just all glamour and playing with baby animals. They have to learn it's hard work too. When we bring an animal into captivity, we're responsible for it now. And if we don't come in to feed it, it goes hungry. And that's not right. That can't happen.
I mean, you don't take any chances here. I mean, when I've been working here, everything is done to the T as far as safety.
That's right. We always have whenever an animal is out, there's always 2 people. There's always a backup. Even if it's a chicken or a rat. When they leave here, I want them to feel real uncomfortable if they ever take an animal out by themselves, because that's the thing that's going to save their life.
Not all of the students who enroll in the program see it through. For some, the demands become too much.
Buffalo coming!
But for those who do endure, they graduate into a field of endless wonder. In a partnership like no other.
Coming up on Animal Adventures, 2 Moorpark graduates find their place among the animals in the hills of California.
In the hills of Paso Robles, California, live 2 graduates of Moorpark College, David and Anita Jackson. They live with a collection of wild and exotic animals, which they have rescued from abandonment or abuse. I caught up with them recently at their modest but ever-expanding zoo.
Hey, Jack. Man, that is a big tiger. Wow, can you come in there?
Oh, sure.
Look at that tiger. Wow. Is he all right?
Oh, yeah. This is Jasmine. She's a 1.5 years old.
How you doing?
She weighs about 300 pounds. We're just on our way over to take her across the lake to go swimming. You want to come along?
Out here?
Yeah.
Just open the door?
Yeah. Cyrano. This is her best friend, Cyrano. They've been raised together ever since Jasmine was 3 weeks old, before her eyes were even open. As far as she's concerned, that's her brother.
So the tiger and the dog just go everywhere?
Oh, yeah. They're together 24 hours a day.
Now, where'd this tiger come from?
Jasmine came from a little private zoo up in Seattle, Washington. She was an accidental birth. Tigers are kind of overabundant in captivity because of some people that breed them for money. And so they called the Predator Preservation Awareness Program, who called us, and then we rescued her and her sister.
David and Anita's training at Moorpark College has helped them realize their dream. They have created a wildlife education organization called Zoo to You. The animals they rescue are used in learning programs across the state.
I've loved animals since when I was a little tiny child, and I've always had this place in my heart that I've needed to work with them and needed to be around them, and I really feel that my passion is in teaching kids about them and getting them to understand animals the way that I understand them, and preserving the way that they are in the wild and preserving the wild places for them.
From elementary school assemblies to the bustle of a Las Vegas convention, David and Anita have traveled near and far with an assortment of fur, feathers, and scales. But it's here in the backwoods of their home that they cherish the time with their animals the most. And this chilly morning was a perfect opportunity for a dip in the tiger pool.
This is nice. You get to walk out here in the open every day?
Yeah, this is just one of her favorite spots. She loves to come over here to the lake and go swimming.
Jasmine didn't hesitate to dive into the cool water. In fact, the tiger swims better than any other cat. In the wild, tigers prefer to hunt near watering holes, where their strong swimming abilities give them an advantage over their prey. Since Jasmine was in a playful mood, I thought a game of fetch would be nice.
Fetch.
Oh well, there are some things a cat just won't do. Jasmine is quick and powerful. But Sierra, the black bear, posed another challenge. After all, it's hibernating season, and this 400 pounds of bear was in no rush to get anywhere. Sierra was only 8 weeks old when he came to live with the Jacksons. He was rescued from a petting zoo in Oregon that ran out of money.
Well, it's amazing that a bear like this you can still handle.
Oh yeah, I'll handle him throughout his entire life. Actually, bears are one of the quote-unquote wild animals that man has been working with ever since the Roman days. He'll actually do real well for almost his entire life.
David has a unique bond with Sierra, but to keep this relationship going, he must have contact with the bear every day.
Here's another example of all the animals you have that now have a great life educating people.
Yep, that's their job. They get to be ambassadors for their species for the rest of their lives.
You want to feed him?
An ambassador in the making is 4-year-old Samantha Jackson. Her exposure to wild and exotic animals benefits both child and creature. Her relationship with Maya, the spider monkey, is a lesson in progress.
It is important that Maya's around kids because that's what she sees every single day. And so Samantha's a good way to expose her in a very positive way to children. And we watch their interactions a lot and make sure that Samantha's treating Maya the way that she should be treated and that Maya's not taking advantage of Samantha.
David and Anita work long and exhausting hours. Their dedication to these animals is amazing, but I have the feeling they wouldn't have it any other way. Passion for this work overrides all obstacles. They say they owe a lot to the solid foundation that was formed while students of the Moorpark program.
Besides being pretty much the only place you can go to learn about what we do, it's just a fantastic program.
They really teach you how to respect the animals and how to work around them safely and how to put yourself in a good position and putting the animals in a good position.
As their facility expands, they plan to hire help. Without hesitation, they add, that person will be a Moorpark graduate.
Definitely, when we're ready to hire people into our organization, we wouldn't even think twice about hiring a Moorpark student. That's all we'll ever hire is Moorpark students.
We know exactly what they've been through, and we know where their minds are and what they've learned, and that's the kind of qualifications that we need at a place like this.
And so on the quiet hills of Paso Robles, California, a tradition continues.
Coming up on Animal Adventures, what does it take to high-five with a killer whale? That's next.
A genuine love and deep respect for animals is a good foundation for a career in animal care and training. For those of us lucky enough to work in this field, the rewards are rich and many. That's not to say it isn't a lot of hard work too, because it is. And the students at Moorpark College are right to be enthusiastic. For them, it's just the beginning of a challenging and interesting career. And someone who knows just what I'm talking about is Julie Scardina, animal expert with Busch Gardens and SeaWorld. Hey, Julie, welcome back to Animal Adventures.
Thanks a lot, Jack. You know, it was a lot of fun watching your visit to Moorpark College. I graduated from that program many years ago.
And how many years have you been working with animals?
Well, it's been over 18 now, 16 of them at SeaWorld of San Diego. And it was during the program at Moorpark that I first realized that I wanted to work at SeaWorld as an animal trainer.
Now, you work with dolphins and otters and walrus and sea lions, but now what's it like to work with Shamu the killer whale? That's got to be an incredible experience.
You know, it really is. Being in the water with a killer whale is a real privilege. You know, the only way we're able to do that safely on a daily basis is through the techniques and the knowledge that we've learned over the past 30 years. Our basic philosophy is that we reinforce good and desirable behavior with a wide variety of interesting, stimulating, and fun rewards. And we don't draw attention to poor behavior. That way, the whales always want to participate.
Boy, I know a lot of people would love to have your job.
Well, you know, we all get into this because of our love for animals, but I really enjoy sharing my experiences so that other people will treasure the animal kingdom as much as we do.
I really admire all your hard work. Thanks a lot, Julie.
Thanks, Jack.
And thank you for joining me today. From my base camp on the Serengeti Plain at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, I'm Jack Hanna. See you on the next Animal Adventures.
Animal Adventures is brought to you by Anheuser-Busch Theme Parks, a pledge and a promise, hoping to preserve the world we share. Jack Hanna's Animal Adventures is recommended for viewing by the National Education Association.
If you'd like more information on Jack Hanna's Animal Adventures or a copy of today's show, just contact us at 1-800-51-HANNA or write to us at this address.
Hi, Mike. Hi. You curling up?
Come on, Cyrano.
Yeah, this is just one of her favorite spots. She loves to come over here to the lake and go swimming. Come on, girl.
You're going to take her down there to go swimming?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
The entire Video Tours library is available for purchase by corporations, educators, and individuals.